Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. Today, we're going to talk about how Standard's about to get pricey and no commander decks? What the hell? So, don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. Links down below to eBay, TCG Player, Patreon, all those shenanigans. Buy a couple cards, support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Also, become a YouTube member for as little as $1 a month. You get access to all the videos early. Discord, we'll play some games together. It'll chill. Do the nerd thing with me. The geek thing. Geek, nerd, who cares? Whatever. It's all the same with love. Anyhow, let's get into it and talk about some of these shenanigans. So, starting off first, Commanderless Spider-Man. That's right, Universes Beyond Spider-Man set for Standard will not have commander decks. And some of you may be thinking, good, I'm tired of all the commander decks. But on the side note to that, if these do sell as well as they have been, why would we suddenly not have any? Well, I took a snippet of probably the best example I've seen, which was a response from Chris Cox. We feel that Spider-Man basically will do well. Now, I think the important thing to note on Spider-Man is that it's a little bit of a different complexion. He's using big words. He's smart. Anyway, of the set in terms of what's incorporated into it. Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings, had commander decks, which usually constitute a fairly big hunk of these sets' total value, which is not really true, I don't think. That would be the cards printed in the set. But anyway, Spider-Man will be a standard-only cards. They won't be any kind of pre-con decks, so that will make it a bit smaller. I don't believe this. As you guys know, every standard set that's come out has had commander decks. Couple things. A, the commander decks don't sell like they used to. We know that a report came out that they actually missed their earnings mark finally by 1%. Ooh, I mean, it's big money for them, but they didn't sell as much as they used to, and maybe that was from commander decks causing them to make this shift. Because as we know, yes, commander decks are very pricey and they go very high and yada, 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 but that's because of how fast they get them to market. They may be making so little of a return on packaging each individual commander deck and printing them that the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as you say. The margin's too low. It would be simpler to just make more of Spider-Man boxes that they're already making lots of for a bigger discount to increase the margin on it with a better return. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Now, with that being said, nobody get your panties in a bunch. They will make commander decks. Don't worry. I just see this might be a shift moving forward away from every set having them. And to be fair, I think I'm down with that. Like, there's so much commander stuff out there. I love commander, but like, the love of God, just hold your horses. I mean, Jesus. So, we have that. Tell me down below what you think the reason is they've decided to not make commander decks with Spider-Man. But we got something else to talk about as well, which kind of leads into this conversation, or out of it, connected to it. Hell, I don't know. But it might be another reason why no commander decks. The commander decks will have a lower margin, and Spider-Man will have a higher margin from the box series of collectors and draft. Because guess what? They're raising the price. That's right. They're going to raise the price of Universes Beyond decks. Or releases, excuse me. Which means even the standard ones. So this article here says, head designer confirms standard price hike caused by Universes Beyond. Rosewater has revealed that Universes Beyond boosters made for standard will still be sold at a higher price. So, earlier in the year, technically last year, When they said they're going to put Universes Beyond into Standard because people liked it better, the better product, yada yada, easier access, get more people playing Standard. What they really meant to say was, we're putting Universes Beyond into Standard because we want to milk more money out of it after we take 6 packs out of every box. Capiche? So, yeah. Again, maybe another reason why the Commander decks have been iced, per se, is because they're going to raise price on the regular boxes to increase that margin of return, which is better than Commander decks, and also because they can. So some of the interesting snippets I found online around this, it seems no longer the case. If Rosewater has stated here that the Universes Beyond boosters will continue to be sold at a premium, since half of all standard sets on the MTG release schedule for 2025 are Universes Beyond crossovers. Final Fantasy, Spider-Man. Final Fantasy is not standard legal, is it? Is it? I mean, I'm down. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, point being. And Avatar The Last Airbender. That means playing paper standard is going to be considerably costlier going forward. And this is no lie. We've already seen the play boxes rise in price. First, the return to MSRP, then the reduction of set and draft boosters into one box with a higher price. That was 36 packs. That was kind of okay because we kind of got the best of both worlds in one box. A little bit of extra price nobody really cared about. But now those prices will be going up again with anything with a Universes Beyond tag on it. So what that really means is we're looking at Tarkir. I think last I saw was going for 105, 110 a box for play, about 240 for collectors, which means Spider-Man, Avatar, they're going to be up there in the 300 to 400 range with a 150 to 170 play box total. If we market it after the Final Fantasy price hikes, we're looking at Final Fantasy going from 500 to 600 for a collector, 200 for a play box. Like, if that's the kind of prices we have to pay for standard, which is supposed to be, quote unquote, the entry format for Magic, it seems a bit pricey, I would say. So it's going to be rough, to put it in lamest terms that won't get my channel hit for a serious abuse of language. Anyway, so that's what we get to look forward to moving forward. And you may also say to yourself, but Captain, if they raise the price of all these products, people will quit buying them. That's what you've said, Captain. Don't buy them if it's too expensive. And you're right, I have. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't buy it. Like most things. But the reason why going forward this might not work is their current structure to justify this is not just to make more money. It's because they know people will leave. But people are stating this. Because Magic fans are only a portion of the target audience for Universes Beyond sets, Wizards loses in buyers don't care for tie-in sets and don't want to pay top dollar for a standard product. It's likely gain in fans from the Universes Beyond property who perhaps never considered buying a booster before. So they're weighing basically the people who don't buy these boxes, who are real Magic fans we don't care about, because the people who will buy these will surpass them that don't normally buy Magic products and are willing to pay the extra price. And here's why they think that way. I told you guys I go to Gen Con every year, and I'm always like to talk and stop and talk to gamers about game design and other stuff. And one day, I sat down and talked to a large group of gamers, not the developers, not the designers, the people who play. Here's what they said. They don't mind spending $50 to $100 in one fell swoop, or $200 for a board game if they like the theme and it's fun to play. So what that means to me is they don't, and they even mentioned they don't care so much about extra sets because they don't normally buy the expansions often unless they really like the game. But they will buy the original, which means if we have a group of people who love Spider-Man and Marvel, and they're different from those who like the Airbender, Magic doesn't care as long as that group of people is larger than the group of people they lose from the actual Magic community who don't buy that product. And if that's the case, that is a scary thought moving forward. If that's what Wizards believes is the best way to make their money and their gains moving on in the next years of the product. That could very well mean a completely different Magic the Gathering than we're used to playing. And God help us if it is, because sometimes you just want to just play Magic, right? Well, there you have it, guys. Put some comments down below. Let's have some fun discussion, debate about it. But that's what I think, and I'm not going to go on forever because most of you probably ain't even watching already. So don't forget, until next time, be kind. Sawyer, thanks a lot for being my #1 fan. Or stalker, I guess. I guess there's a fine line there, and I really don't care what side you're on. So, until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table.